Yeah, I think we are live now. I can close this. So, okay, shared it. Now, what I want to do is, I want to open it up Premiere Pro. सोचा है कि तुमने क्या कभी सोचा है सोचा नहीं तो सोचो भी not sure if anyone is going to watch or not, but I find it quite exciting now to like live streaming is a way to tell my brain that now is the time to learn and do stuff, which is like great because um, it's like it's difficult to start working or doing anything like finishing your tasks. So live streaming is a way of creating something. So from the process of trying to finish your tasks, you can create something for the world as well. And maybe people will take interest in it, maybe they won't. That is secondary. But just to me, like the idea of creating something is far more exciting. And if I can create something from the process of trying to get my tasks done and do what I want to do, and that's even better, right? So live streaming is a great way for me to get myself to be productive, I feel. So I'm actually starting it quite late. I was planning to do it days ago, and like I was hoping that I would start the stream today, morning or afternoon, but I just was lazy and I was procrastinating um, by playing NBA on the PlayStation. New project. So, how to uh, contribute to large open source projects. सोचा है क्या तुमने या कभी सोचा है I don't know if this will work or not actually. I just got the software. I have no idea um, how to do anything in this. But I do have a video I want to edit, which so I feel like I personally feel like I mean I say this, but I don't follow it myself that much. But the idea is to um, what you want to do is you how did I take it? Is this the one with Zubair?
Every year we have
No, this is the one with this loud. How do you contribute to large? This is the one with Zubair.
yeah, it's just yeah. No, Amit, who was just trying to speak, Akshay.
So I could drag and drop this here, I believe. Okay. So I don't know what this does. Is this for trimming?
created a GitHub repo, but maybe like pushed something to it from your terminal or using desktop application. Made some changes in a file, pushed it, committed it, um, something like that.
Hmm. Where the hell did? What the hell is this? Okay.
All the commands, the main file, pushing, pulling, all of that.
Go to mark out, mark in, add marker, insert, override. Drop media here to create sequence, timeline, source. I don't know if I should watch some tutorial or not. Track video only, track audio only.
Um, I am familiar with GitHub. I
To contribute to deciding which one to contribute to.
So I wanna cut off the first few minutes because we're just waiting in that.
Seems like
For
most
people.
people are familiar with it.
I also
Use that.
wanna learn. There's this
Created but not
background
pushed or committed
noise
with from the commands.
to
Okay.
the voice. I don't know how to edit that out.
Okay.
Oh, this is all useless because um, at this time in the session, people were writing their messages in the chat. That's gonna be quite useless. It's in spotlight mode, so chat is not visible,
To
obviously.
contribute to deciding which one to contribute to.
um, I am
my private repositories and
There in some time. Before I do that, I want to just briefly talk about the Codaplex community and organization. So just give me a couple of minutes. I'll screen share good, but we have a lot of people and it's pretty active generally. If any of you have any questions, you can ask them in the chat here, or you can also like it's okay to interrupt as well. You can unmute yourself and interrupt and ask your questions as well. We want this to be as engaging as possible because end of the day we want as many people from Hyderabad, from India, getting into open source and contributing to open source project. Like we really want to build a very strong open source culture here. So any questions you have, do
my private repositories and a lot of my what you'll say some of POCs on GitHub, and I'm okay with that. But the thing is, I didn't know like from where to start and what to do for that, and like what is the
mm,
process? Yeah.
got it. Got it. I think yeah, we'll go over all of these in today's session. So we have decent number of people. I think around 15 people.
what kind of structure of the code repository?
I think I should start the video
To
from.
contribute to deciding which one to contribute to. Is it like trying to go use that created but not pushed or committed but find the commands? Okay. Okay. what do you feel is what do you feel is the major obstacle? What do you feel is the major obstacle to contribute to open source? Any open source project? Like, is it finding a project to contribute or deciding which one to contribute to, preventing you from? Okay. What do you feel is what do you feel is the major obstacle? What do you feel is the major obstacle to contribute to open source? Any
I think actually that I should start the video from here.
screen share from my end?
Hmm.
So let me know if you're able to see my screen.
Think this is a good point.
Is it visible? Okay.
Yes, it is
So,
visible.
okay, cool. So,
1410, let's say. Mark in, mark out, and step back, play. What is this? What is this? Insert, override, export frame.
okay, cool. So, Codaplex is registered. So basically, Codaplex is a registered non-profit organization. It was registered in 2018, but the work I've been
I don't want to name the marker or anything. I don't
improve
know
the
if
state of tech ecosystem in India, basically, and help more people kind of get ahead in the
how do I tell where the marker is right now.
Codaplex is registered. So basically, Codaplex is a registered non-profit organization. It was registered in 2018, but the work I've been doing that work since 2016, the community work, familiar or active in Discord. But we have a lot of people in this questions. You can ask them in the chat here, or you can also like it's okay to interrupt as well. You can unmute yourself and interrupt and ask your questions as well. We want this to be as engaging as possible because end of the day we want as many people from Hyderabad, from India, getting into open source and contributing to open source project. Like we really want to build a very strong open source culture here. So any questions you have, do feel free to ask them because we really want to help you kind of get into open source and contribute. So that's it from my end. Zubair, you can present from your end and take it over.
Thank you so much, Kapil. Uh, Hello, everyone. Actually, looking at listening to all your questions, I actually got a really good understanding what I want to learn today.
There's a lot of background noise.
In what sense and what problems the new open source contribution faces.
Damn, there's a lot of background noise.
I hope I'm audible to everyone. Am I clear enough? Okay. Okay. Sure.
You're audible, but your voice is breaking a little bit. I'm not sure if it's just for me or if other people are also facing it, but it's thoda breaky.
Okay. There is. We have discussed happening. Okay. Let me. Can you? Is it clear now? It's there is
Yeah,
no background right.
yeah, it's clear. Yeah, it's
Okay,
clear. You can go ahead. Yeah.
sure. Okay. So, a little bit about me. I'm a front-end JavaScript developer. I've been working as a developer for past 2.5 years now, remotely for a company in Belgium. Uh, Before that, I was a mechanical engineer. So, the journey from mechanical to repositories are more important to them, and a lot of contribution is going on to them. Okay. Now, uh, somehow I found this organization.
So if I how do you trim export frame? This should be intuitive enough, right? Can't figure out what. Track select, triple effect, reset tool, snip.
Codaplex is registered. So basically, Codaplex is a registered non-profit organization. It was registered in 2018, but the work I've been doing, that works. So let me know if you're able to see my screen. Is it okay?
Yes, it is visible.
So is it visible? Okay.
Yes, it is visible.
So okay, cool. So Codaplex is
Oh, teri.
Codaplex is registered. Codaplex is registered. So basically, Codaplex is a registered non-profit organization. It was registered in 2018, but the work I've been doing that work since 2016, the community work. So it's been 4 years now.
I think I'll have to watch some tutorial how to trim in Premiere Pro. 2019? Am I using 2019? Yeah, 2019. Kind of sleepy. Kind of sleepy. Yeah.
First, let's create a new Premiere Pro project and import the video we want to cut.
Okay, you gotta import here.
Right-click the video and select New Sequence from Clip in order to bring it to the stage. Click the Selection tool. Click and drag the starting or the finish point of the video in order to shorten it. Click and drag the entire video track back to the start.
Okay.
To cut or crop the video, select the Crop tool. And select the Crop tool. Click and drag the entire video track back to the start. To cut or crop the video, select the Crop tool. And click where you want to cut it. You can delete or move the sliced parts. All done. Please subscribe.
Okay. So I need to import it here. And then what the hell is this part? What is this? What is this? What is this? So I gotta do new sequence from clip. This is what was supposed to show up. And then got to 15. Is this 45 seconds? 1 minute? 14 minutes 23 seconds.
Yeah, I'm here.
So I'll hand it over to Zubair in some time. Before I do that, I want to just briefly talk about. Is it visible? Okay.
Yes, it is.
So, okay, cool. So, Codeplex is Codeplex.
What did he do after that? Oh wait, it's going. It's going back. Hallelujah, it's going back. I have no idea if how the stream is going.
First, let's open.
It's going back.
Move the playhead to the point in time you want the zoom in effect to start. Press the toggle animation buttons next to position and scale.
What is happening? This is another video.
First, let's create a new
Hmm. Hallelujah, it's raining men. Do, 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 do.
Click the selection tool. Click and drag the starting or the finish point of the video in order to shorten it.
Okay,
Click and drag the entire video track back to the start.
okay.
To cut or crop the video, select the crop tool. And click where you want to cut it. You can delete or move the sliced parts.
So I gotta do that. Do this. Do that. Snip to. Why isn't it working?
Codeplex is registered. So basically, Codeplex is a registered non-profit organization. It was registered in 2018, but the work I've been doing that work since 2016, the community work. So it's been 4 years now. And our goal is how do we improve the state of tech ecosystem in India, basically, and help more people kind of get ahead in their career in tech free of cost, right?
A project which is easier, then probably I can get started with. So we would go to something called labels, and so the thing I did is kind of things happen in open source. Some
Calls and stuff and work on projects and stuff. So we can provide guidance and stuff on how to take advantage of
I
those.
say the word stuff a lot, and my voice is too loud. Ah, it's raining man. Hallelujah, it's raining.
but the main idea is like allowing people, like creating a simple web app that
And then he asked me questions to, if you, that's really good. I'm really, the only
much better option than everything, like just traveling, all of that, avoiding.
Okay, then I worked at a consulting company for an year.
Oh,
Then
no, this is not relevant.
Everything, like just traveling, all of that, avoiding all of that, and just being able to work from anywhere for any company.
really good. I'm really, the only reason I'm, taking, considering you for interview is because you have already contributed to React, and they were using React obviously. So yeah, the things,
Yeah, I was going to just add the same what Zubair said. So I've seen over the last 4 years, I've seen a lot of examples. Remote jobs is something that I strongly believe in, and I try to encourage community members to explore remote job openings because it's just much better as a way to work and also to earn a lot. So that's why this thing. How to discover there these platforms. Remote OK is the most popular platform to find remote job openings. There's AngelCo, as Zubair said as well, which is more towards like startups, and there are lots of startups today that are working remotely. So they are looking for a lot of remote developers. So AngelCo is another way to find remote job openings. There are other websites, and the one is just angel.co, I believe.
you know, and see the projects which they have open sourced, try to work on them, and then if when once you have a good number of pull requests for them and merge, then you can probably again approach them and say, hey, I've already worked with Slack open source projects, so this might actually give you a little bit boost with with respect to with respect to the other candidates. So yeah, that could be one of the way.
Yeah, and not just projects that might be under the company's org on GitHub or whatever, but if the company is using certain technologies that are open source and you have made some contributions to those technologies, however small it might be, you would be a very attractive hire to that company because the company is using the technologies you have contributed to in some capacity. So they would be a lot more interested in hiring you. So if you're interested in any particular company, try to see which technologies they use, and that might be a way for you to decide which projects to contribute to as well. Like you got to just make sure you're in touch and like actively participating in the community. So just join our Discord chat room and be active there, and I think everything else can be taken care of. If you have any questions or anything, we can continue there. Okay, so if you don't have any more comments, any more inputs, questions, or anything, I think we can end our
Yeah. So any more questions?
actively participating in the community. So just join our Discord chat room and be active there, and I think everything else can be taken care of. If you have any questions or anything, we can continue there. Who are working remotely, contributing officers, they're part of our Discord chat room as well, and you can continue there. If you have any questions at all, we can have our discussions there. If you're contributing to any project, you need help with anything, you can ask there. So just make sure we're all like you gotta just make sure you're in touch and like actively participating in the community. So just join our Discord chat room, be active there, and I think everything else can be taken care of. If you have any questions or anything, we can continue. Okay, so if we don't have any more comments, any more inputs, questions, or anything, I think we can end our. Every single one of you, make sure you join our Discord chat room, because all these people from the community who are working remotely, contributing purposes, they're part of our Discord chat room as well. And you can continue there. If you have any questions at all, you can ask there. We can have our discussions there. If you're contributing to any project, you need help with anything, you can ask there. So just make sure we're all like, you gotta just make sure you're in touch and like actively participating in the community. So just join our Discord chat room and be active there, and I think everything else can be taken care of. If you have any questions or anything, we can continue there. Okay, so if we don't have any more comments, any more inputs. I think everything else can be taken care of. If you have any questions or anything, we can continue there.
Okay, so how do I? ये क्या है भाई? What is AVI? Don't even know that. Video correct. ये क्या है भाई? MP3 नहीं है क्या? MP4 नहीं है क्या?
To get started, I just have a project here that I'd like to save and export as an MP4. Let's begin by going to File, Export, Media. You can also just use the Control-M keyboard shortcut on Windows or Command-M on Mac. In the pop-up, change the format to H.264. This is what tells Premiere to save your video as an MP4.
H dot what?
To H.264.
Okay, what does that mean? H.2 H.264. Subscribe to that channel.
This is what tells Premiere to save your video as an MP4. The preset settings should be fine at match source high bitrate, which will use the resolution and frame rate of your original source videos. But you can also use one of the YouTube presets if you'd like to lower the resolution of the original video or upscale it. One last thing you might want to do is click the output name to change the save location of your exported file and give it a new name. Now just click export to finish exporting.
High bitrate.